Hi everybody, and hello in particular to my fellow VEDSies. A week has already gone by, and this is the first time that I've really been able to sit down and just talk to y'all. So hello, welcome back to James, Jeffrey, Tessa, Caleb, Graham, and big warm welcome to Abby. Today's Wednesday, which means it's my opportunity to respond to everybody else's videos, which I've already been trying to do in the comments because I know how much comments mean to me, and I've even been revisiting videos I've already watched to see if anyone else has commented. There are often really good conversations happening down there. But anyway, for today, I do want to take a quick look back at what's been happening this week in VEDS. First of all, Jeffrey, I'm glad you're back this year. It's always nice to see you and Singing Guy. Glad we could get some resolution on your Two Truths and a Lie and finish up your series on Into the Woods. It's been really fun to revisit that musical because it is just so brilliant. James, I consider myself a Disney enthusiast. I grew up sort of post-Disney Renaissance, so I watched all the animated movies growing up. Grew up in the golden age of Disney Channel original movies, as far as I'm concerned. I had the best DComs. I'm not going to bat for Dad Napped, but it has been very fun to revisit some old Disney properties, stuff from my childhood, and new stuff like Cruella, which I think I might actually check out. I was on the fence about it, but I think your review sold me. Graham, I hope you're happy now that you've had a chance to talk about our friendship and embarrass me. Gross. I love you. Gross. This week I particularly enjoyed your video about the Beast, that dang clock in our hometown. I love how much people did not like it at the time. But you also made a video about pandemic habits that I wanted to respond to, because one of the things I was concerned about during this pandemic was that it was going to make some of my bad habits worse, particularly my bad habits when it comes to socializing. So, fun fact, it is actually easier for me to sit here and vlog and make videos, or to build a website, or to craft the perfect piece of mail art than it is to just text somebody and ask them to hang out. That's something I really struggle with. And there are basically two sides to my creative life. There's the internal side, the work that I do just for me in order to understand myself and my place in the world and stay alive. And then there's the creative work that I release out into the world, which is almost always about reaching out to connect with people who share similar thoughts, experiences, or interests. I think the thing that gives me the most anxiety in social situations is the thought that I think this comes from a very insecure place. I feel as though I always have to have something to offer, so reaching out by way of some kind of creative expression feels like, well, I'm offering them something. I'm not just asking for somebody's time and attention, which is ridiculous because the thing with me and my friends is that we all do just hang out because we enjoy each other's company. It's not necessarily because we have any kind of shared activity that we all participate in. And over the course of this pandemic, there have been people that I haven't seen for months, and then I catch up with them, and it's just like we pick up where we left off, you know? But I do have a bad habit of just retreating and disappearing when I feel overwhelmed, and a lot about this pandemic's been really overwhelming. So there are some people who I'm ashamed to say, like, messages just went unresponded to for weeks or months, because the longer that it went, the more I felt like I had to have something to offer. Like I had to craft the perfect text message because it had been so long. So in a way, the pandemic has just made me more aware of my bad habits, and I'm trying to work on those, which sometimes means just taking the plunge and just sending the text message that makes me feel needy and awkward and nervous, and trusting that the person on the other end receiving it is going to understand and it'll be fine. Of course, none of this applies to you, Graham, because I see you all the time and you're always the one that makes plans. I never make plans with you. I just show up at your gigs sometimes. Caleb, I was really amused this year to see that in our introduction videos we both sort of laid out specific days of the week for specific things, but it shouldn't come as that much of a surprise. You have obviously inspired and influenced the way that I do VEDS because you always seem so prepared, and I wanted to be prepared. I'm really enjoying the variety you're giving us this year, from cooking videos to ranking insurance company mascots. I never quite know what I'm going to get, but I love all of it. I'm probably most looking forward to your series on Excalibur just because, like, a self-indulgent series about a thing you personally are very interested in, that's a sweet spot for me. I love hearing people talk about that kind of stuff. And you've also issued our first challenge based on Tessa's video where she talked about songs that give her serotonin. So I will be participating in that at some point. I'll add some songs to the playlist. I've already got a few in mind. Tessa, my darling, I mean, I'm just happy to see you because I love your energy. And I'm also really enjoying the theme that you've settled on for this year's VEDS. I hope we can bring a little joy and cheer and laughter and intellectual discussion into your day. I am also so jazzed that you're writing a novel, and I say this as someone who's got like 6 unfinished novels in various states of completion hanging around my hard drive. So if you need a beta reader or an accountability buddy or just someone to write encouraging comments, like I am your gal. Oh, it's getting dark. Which finally brings us to Abby, and I am so glad that you decided to join us this year. I have been looking forward to your videos every day. So I'm a writer. I work in communications and I have a passion for fiction writing, so I'm really loving that you chose storytelling as your theme. Your topics have been stimulating my brain in a really wonderful way, particularly your video about storytelling that is specific to its medium. And I think that's in part because I love so many different mediums, from musical theater and stage plays to audio fiction to novels to web series to television to movies. I mean, you name it. I did bring up one example in the comments of your video, but as I was considering it, another example that came to mind immediately was the Lizzie Bennet diaries and the idea of like transmedia storytelling. So not just a story that is suited to its one medium, but in fact a story that is taking place across multiple mediums. I remember when the Lizzie Bennet diaries was first being released, I was still in school and I was watching all the episodes in real time. And you didn't just have Lizzie's vlogs. I mean, you also had like Lydia's vlogs and their cousin Mary's vlogs, and all the characters had Twitter accounts, and sometimes Lizzie would do Q&A videos where they responded to real questions from viewers. And not only is all of this so well suited to the vlog medium and very specific to this sort of 2-camera vlogging and the idea of like modern day digital life, but also it was justified in universe because Lizzie is a mass communications grad student and these videos were projects. So we have storytelling that is suited to its medium, both in like how the form is dictating the content, but also justified in universe in that the character is choosing the medium, not just the creator of this piece of fiction. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Lizzie Bennet diaries. So anyway, it's been wonderful watching you use this medium, vlogs, to talk about a subject that you're clearly passionate about. Okay, my camera battery is so close to dying, so I'm just checking my notes. I had a few more things to say. It's been a great first week. Thank you guys all for your comments on my videos. I so appreciate them. Abby, I really look forward to hearing your thoughts on Uncanny Comfort. I know that things got unexpectedly busy for you, but it seems like you're not letting your anxious brain run things, which is great for you. You want to come over here and like say things to my anxious brain? Because I often let her run things. My work life is about to get busy, so I'm going to try to stick to my video schedule as much as I can, and it's possible that I will fall behind on viewing everybody else's videos, but that's why we have Response Wednesdays. It's a way of checking in and remaining accountable, so I'm going to keep up as best I can. Because of course, what is VEDS without community? And just because I feel like it, I am going to end this video with a little treat. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Da, 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 da. Well, I'd like to visit the moon on a rocket ship high in the air. Yes, I'd like to visit the moon, but I don't think I'd like to live there. Though I'd like to look down at the earth from above, I'd miss all the places and people I love. So although I might like it for one afternoon, I don't want to live on the moon. I'd like to travel under the if I should visit the moon, well, I'll dance on a moonbeam, and then I would make a wish on a star, and I'd wish I were home once again. Though I'd like to look down at the earth from above, I'd miss all the places and people I love. So although I might go, I'll be coming home soon. 'Cause I don't wanna live